Among large number of infectious agents, exposure to only few result in disease due to the fact that the body is able to defend itself from most of these foreign agents. The overall ability of the host to fight the disease causing organisms conferred by the immune system is called the immune system. It is the ability to fight against disease. Immunity is of two types, that is innate and the acquired. Acquired. Okay. The study of body's defense mechanism against pathogen is called the immunology. And the Edward Jenner is known as the father of immunology. Okay. Let's talk about innate immunity. It is a non-specific type of defense that is present at the time of birth. It is accomplished by providing different types of barriers to the entry of foreign agents into our body. Innate immunity consists of four types of barriers. These are the physical barriers, physiological, and the cellular and the cytokine. Okay, physical, physiological, cellular, and the cytokine. Skin on our body is the main barrier which prevents entry of the microorganisms. Mucous coating of the epithelium lining the respiratory, gastrointestinal, and the urogenital tracts also help in trapping microbes entering our body. Then we have physiological, that is the acid in stomach, saliva in mouth, and tears from eyes prevent microbial growth. Then we have cellular, certain types of leukocytes of our body, like polymorphonuclear leukocytes, polymorphonuclear leukocytes, PMNL, PMNL, neutrophils, monocytes, and natural killer in the blood, as well as macrophages in tissue can phagocytose and destroy microbes. Then we have cytokine barriers, which is virus infected cells secrete proteins called interferons, which protect non-infected cells from the further viral infection. Okay, they protect the non-infected cell. Okay. Next is the acquired immunity. Immunity that an individual acquires after birth. After birth is called the acquired or adaptive or specific. Adaptive or specific. It is mediated by the antibodies or lymphocytes. Antibodies or lymphocytes. It is pathogen specific and is characterized by the memory. There are two components of acquired immunity, that is the antibody mediated immune system. Antibody mediated immune system, also known as humoral immune system. Okay, then we have cellular immunity or cell mediated immune system, or T cell immunity. What CMI? Oh Lord, please protect people from Sudan. Okay, it consists of antibodies that circulate in body fluids like blood, plasma, and lymph. It consists of antibodies that circulate in body fluids like blood, plasma, and lymph. Then we have B lymphocytes give rise to plasma cells and mammary B cells. Some of the activated B lymphocytes multiply rapidly, forming clone of plasma cells. And the mammary B cells, some of these do not differentiate into plasma cells but rather remain dormant as the mammary B cells until activated once again by a renewed attack of the same antigen. Okay, and plasma, these are also called as effector B cells. They form clone of plasma when they multiply rapidly. Okay. Next is our cellular immunity or cell mediated. Mediated immune system, CMIS. It does not involve antibodies but rather involves the activation of phagocytes. Activation of phagocytes, antigen specific T lymphocytes, and the release of various cytokines. Love cytokines, okay. Various types of T cells are. T cells have types. Cytotoxic or killer T cell. Or killer T cells, which are directly attack and destroy antigens by secreting a protein perforin. Secrete perforin or destroy antigens. Then we have suppressor T cells. which keep a check on entire immune system from attacking the body's own cells. Keep check from attacking body's own cells. Then we have helper T cells, which stimulate the B cells to produce antibodies. Stimulates B cells to produce antibodies. They form protein mediators called lymphokines. Lymphokines. Then we have mammary T cells. They are sensitized T cells retain memory of antigen specific for future, sometimes lifelong. They proliferate and differentiate into all types of T cells. Sensitized T cells retain memory of the antigen specific. They retain memory of antigen specific, okay, for future. These are the T cell types. Then the antibodies. Antibodies are the immunoglobulins, which are IgS, which are produced in response to antigenic stimulation, and each antibody is a protein molecule. Antibodies are protein molecule. Okay. Antibodies are produced by the B lymphocytes. By B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes do not produce antibodies themselves but help B cells to produce them. T helps B. Okay. Each antibody molecule has 4 peptide chains, 2 small light chains. 4 peptide chains, 2 small light chains. And 2 longer heavy chains. Hence, the antibody is represented as H2L2. Different types of antibodies are IgA, IgM, IgD, IgE, IgG are produced in our body. IgG is the only antibodies to cross placenta. IgG is the only who cross placenta. Okay, then we have the active and passive immunity. When a host is exposed to antigens, which may be in the form of living or dead microbes or the other proteins, antibodies are produced in the host body. The type of immunity is called the active immunity. When a host is exposed to antigens, which may be in the form of living or dead microbes or other proteins, antibodies are produced in the host body. Okay, talk about the active immunity first. It is when host is exposed to antigens, which may be in the form of the living or dead. are dead, then the antibodies are produced in the host. Produced in the host. This type of immunity is called the active immunity. It is slow and takes time to give its full response. Injecting the microbes deliberately during immunization or infectious organisms gaining access into body during natural infection induce active immunity. Infecting the microbes deliberately during immunization or infectious organisms gaining access to the body during natural infection is induce the active immunity. When ready-made antibodies are directly given, that is the passive immunity. When ready-made the yellowish fluid colostrum secreted by mother during the initial days of lactation has abundant antibodies. To protect the infant in a is a passive immunity. The fetus also it is a passive immunity for infant. The fetus also receives some antibodies from their mother through the placenta during pregnancy. Then we have vaccination and immunization. And vaccine is a preparation or suspension or extract of dead attenuated pathogen of a disease, which on inoculation into a healthy person provides temporary, permanent active immunity by inducing antibodies formation. The process of introduction of vaccine into an individual to provide protection against a disease is called the vaccination. So it is a suspension or extract of the dead pathogen of a disease, which on inoculation into a healthy person provides permanent active immunity by inducing antibodies formation. It is suspension or extract of dead pathogen of a disease, which on inoculation into healthy person provides permanent or temporary or temporary active immunity by including antibodies formation. The process of introduction of vaccine into an individual, this is called as the vaccination. Okay, then the immunization is the process by which the body produces antibodies against the vaccine. It is a process by which the body produces antibodies against the vaccine preventable diseases through administration of specific vaccines. So, of producing antibodies against the vaccine preventable disease. Through administration of specific vaccines. Then it is the allergies. Next topic. The exaggerated response of the immune system to certain exaggerated response of the immune system to certain antigens present in the environment is called the allergy. The substance to which such an immune system response is produced are called the allergens. Allergens are the substance to which this immune response is produced. The antibodies produced to allergens are IgE type. Common examples of allergens are the mycin dust, pollens, animal dander, etc. Symptoms of allergic reactions include sneezing and watery eyes, running nose, difficulty in breathing. Allergy occurs due to the release of chemicals like histamine and serotonin from the mast cells. The use of drugs like antihistamine, adrenaline, and steroids quickly reduces symptoms of allergy. Drugs like antihistamine, adrenaline, steroids quickly reduce symptoms of allergy.